Welcome to your community. This is your hometown. This is Walton Entertainment. This is where you can hear from the community and those making a difference. We explore topics, local festivals, arts and entertainment, and local news. For this program and much more, visit us online at yourlocalstream.com. That's yourlocalstream.com.
Director is Ms. Lana Thomas. Percussion director is Ms. Lydia Denton. The band is under the field direction of drum majors London Clark and Genesis Gonzalez Mendoza. Section leaders are Alexandra Link, Nigel Marshall, Gabrielle Boswell, Will Barnett, Gabriel Van Sika, Lillian Lane, and Addison White. Guard section leaders are Aubrey Lupa, Alexis Butts, and Ziomara Solis Gamino. Logistics leads are Evelyn Holland and Jaden Phelps. Librarians are Oakley McDonald and Brooke Turcotte. The Marching Canes 2025 production is entitled Not Alone and explores the difficult times we all face and the healing we find in relationships and community. The show features Exist and Save Me from Avenged Sevenfold, True Colors by Sidney Lauper, Lux Arumbacue by Eric Whitaker, and You Will Be Found from Dear Evan Hansen. Drum majors London Clark and Genesis Gonzalez Mendoza. Is your band ready? Monroe Area Marching Canes, you may take the field in exhibition performance.
And the band is being led onto the field by drum majors Avery Harrelson and John Mulcahy. Band officers are drill captain Ian Ford, woodwind captain Jonathan Tobler, brass captain Sadie Pilo, percussion captain Mac Luck, color guard captain Jacoby Glasgow. The theme for this year is the calm before the storm, and it includes the following musical selections. Movement number 1 is entitled Sun, with songs Helios, Dawn of a New Day by Jordan Stirk, and Walking on the Sun by Smash Mouth. Movement 2, Rain and Rainbows, Promising Skies by Robert W. Smith, and Somewhere Over the Rainbow by Harold Arlen. Movement number 3 is entitled Thunderstorms, with songs Stormbreak by Jim Casella and Thunderstruck by AC/DC. Drum majors, is your band ready? Loganville High School Marching Red Devils, you may now take the field for exhibition performance.
2026 edition of the Walnut Grove High School's Marching Warriors. Walnut Grove High School is under the direction of Band Director Caitlin Murph. Additional staff includes Assistant Director Bobby Reedling, Production Director TJ Woolfolk, Color Guard Director Mary Waller. Leadership includes Drum Major Holden Crescioni, Brass Captain Chris Brown Sanchez, Woodwind Captain Leah Hunt, Percussion Captain Spencer Taw, Color Guard Captains Cassidy Harris and Jordan Roberts, High Brass Jacob Rowe, Low Brass Hudson Smith, High Woodwind Kaylee Weaver, and Low Woodwind Alyssa Hunt. Corporate sponsors for the band are Bulletproof Equipment Rentals. Presenting their 2025 program, Color Outside the Lines, the Walnut Grove High School Marching Warriors. Drum Major Holden Crescioni, is your band ready? Marching Warriors, you may now take the field.
tonight.
Hello, and thank you for joining us today here at Walton County Senior Citizens Council. Today we have a special treat. We have Miss Barbara Baggett here with us, and we want to tell you about some things that we're doing. Not only do we do our regular activities, but we take trips down here, and people enjoy that. And Miss Barbara was one of our people who went on our latest trip to Pennsylvania and to Mount Airy, better known as Mayberry. So, Miss Barbara, tell us a little bit about Mayberry, and what did you enjoy about that?
Oh, I enjoyed it all. Seeing the jail, seeing how it worked, seeing the police car, riding in the police car, turning the siren on.
Yeah,
everything was
fun,
so fun. It was
yeah.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, and did you see Otis? Was he in the jail?
Yes, I
He had a silhouette in there, and some of them got in the jail. But if you have ever watched Andy Griffith, you'll know that key hangs right outside.
That's right.
So we were able to get out. But it was fun riding
did.
that squad car, wasn't it?
And they took pictures of me standing between Andy and Opie.
Yeah,
Yes.
when we went to the museum.
Yeah.
Right, that
Right.
was a lot of fun.
It was.
And then we weren't expecting this, but they had that car show
Yeah.
downtown. There were lots of those.
It
weren't
was.
there?
It really
Yeah,
was. It sure was.
It was a busy place, but we had loads of fun.
Oh, we had so much fun. Yes, we did.
And the good part, I think, is everybody getting together.
Yes, it
wasn't
was.
Yeah.
It really was.
So, how long have you been coming to the senior center involved with us since you moved here?
About a year.
Yeah. So, sometimes when people move in, now she goes to our local church, and so she's met a lot of people that way, but she meets people here at the senior center and through trips like that. So if you're sitting at home and you're lonely, then you need to be down
Yes, you
here.
do.
Yeah, it's a
You
lot of
do.
fun. It's a lot of fun. The other thing, we talked about the squad car and going to Andy's home
Yeah,
place
we did.
and the museum, and we saw Andy, and we saw him not only as Andy Taylor, but do you remember who else he saw?
Matlock.
Matlock, yes. So that was pretty interesting too. And then Thelma Lou was a star all
Yes,
her own. She had some beautiful
did, yes,
pictures in there,
beautiful
didn't
pictures
she?
of her. Great
Yeah.
big pictures.
Yeah, I thought so too. And then we didn't get to eat exactly where we'd planned. We had a few little glitches, but sometimes you do that. But overall, it turned out great. So we ate at Cracker Barrel, and then that night we went to Dodge City Steakhouse, which had some good food. And it was not our favorite place that we
Right.
went, but we were full when we left.
That's right.
And then the next day, on Monday, we traveled. We were in Pennsylvania, but we didn't go to Amish country yet. We went to, you remember where it was?
No, I don't.
Hershey.
Oh, Hershey. Yes.
And tell us what you enjoyed at Hershey's.
Oh, it was everything. We got in a big cocoa bean and rode on all through the thing, seeing how the chocolate was made and everything. It was wonderful.
It just smelled
Oh,
chocolate.
it did.
in
It
didn't
smelled so good.
Yeah.
And we had so much fun there. I could have stayed there a longer time.
Yeah, well, we bought way too much candy.
We did
there.
too. We
But
did
it was
too.
good. It was good. And so from there, we went that night to a place called Shady Maple Smorgasbord. Tell them about that.
Shady Maple. Now, where was
That
that?
was that was that big place that had all that food.
Oh,
and-
yeah,
and
where we
gift
saw the
shop.
show.
No. So we ate so much food while we
Yeah.
were there. She can't remember which one it was.
I can't.
Shady Maple is one of the biggest buffets that they have in Pennsylvania. They had food everywhere,
Yeah.
and we had our own little dining
Yes, we
area.
did. Yes, we did.
And then I like country cooking, and they had that. It was all really good, and all the desserts.
Oh,
that
my
you could
goodness,
eat.
yes.
I won't tell y'all how much I.
That's why I'm on
gained.
a diet now.
I know. That's what happens, isn't it? So anyway, we went to Shady Maple, and then we went downstairs we were going to get back on our motor coach to go to the next place. and there was a gift shop.
Oh, yeah. Every place we went had a gift shop, I think.
Isn't that funny
Yes.
how when you go out of an entrance of somewhere, you go into
Yes,
a gift shop?
absolutely.
Yeah. One thing I do when I get an ornament is I have developed like a travel tree. So it's such fun memories when you go back each year at Christmas and you
Yeah.
put those ornaments
It is.
on there and remember where you've been. So that's a lot of fun. And we went a lot of places.
Yes,
So,
we did.
and then the next day on Tuesday, we went to the Magic and Wonder Theater.
Oh, my goodness.
That's where they had that 50s
Yes.
and 60s
Yes,
music.
and dancing and costumes. It was great.
It was so interesting, I thought. And they had a good buffet
They
there,
did.
too.
They did. Sure did.
Yeah, it was just a
I
lot
ate
of
too much there, too.
I know. I know what you mean. I did, too. And that night, we had one thing planned, but that sort of fell through. And so these other two, that one that we just talked about, and then another one substituted for it. And I think they were great because that night we went to the barn at Paradise Station in Ronks,
yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And we ate in an unusual kind of setting. Do you remember what it was?
A train car.
That's right. We ate in a train
Yeah.
car. That was so cool that we did that.
Yes.
And way more food than we could eat. I mean, the plates
Oh, my
were
gosh.
like
Yeah,
huge,
they were.
and I couldn't eat it all.
I couldn't either,
but
but
I
it was so-
tried.
it was so
I
good,
tried.
yes.
Yeah, we had good dessert
we
there,
did.
so you can see that our group enjoys food.
Yes.
So that's always a good thing. But then after that, we went, and it was. It had some pop, some contemporary, but then they did a lot of gospel
Yes, they
music
did.
at the end.
And it came a storm while we were in there.
That's right. And then, but when we left,
It wasn't storming anymore.
that's right.
God took care of us.
That's right. It had dried up,
Yes, it
and
had.
so we were so thankful. But got another T-shirt there in the gift shop.
Yeah,
Surprise!
another gift
surprise.
shop.
Yeah. So that was really fun. And then the next day, we started driving. We left Pennsylvania and we started driving toward Virginia. And when we went to Virginia, some of you may not remember your history. I didn't remember all this, but our president. You remember which president? We went to see the museum. It was in Woodrow
Wilson.
Woodrow Wilson, right. So Woodrow Wilson, we went to his museum there. And that, well, actually before that, we went to Gettysburg.
Yeah.
I didn't want to forget about that. So
You forgot about the Amish. We went to the Amish.
thank you.
Yeah.
I was looking at my paper and I'm just skipping over. So tell us about the Amish country.
The
too.
Amish country was very nice. We saw the kids going out and play. They were going to school and they were out playing in the yard, and we hollered at them and waved at them because you're not supposed to take pictures of them.
Right.
And one little boy dropped a black mask down over his face when we drove by. We just waved at him. So,
Yeah.
they don't like their pictures taken.
Right.
And we saw the kind of clothing they wore and the kind
On
of
the- on
hat.
clothes
Yeah,
line.
yes.
We saw some of it.
and we saw the clothes in the. She led us on a tour of that,
Uh-huh.
and they showed the kind of clothes that the men wore and the women wore and the brides and
The bonnets,
yes,
yeah.
everything. It was so
Yeah.
nice.
That was, and then we all sat in the schoolroom.
Yes,
that
we
they
did.
had.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did. She gave us a tutorial about everything that went on there.
Right. That was really interesting
was.
to me.
It
I
was.
can't believe I didn't say that. But then the other thing was Gettysburg, and while there was a mix-up with the Step on Guide, but we did go through the museum and through the bookstore and through the cyclorama they had there. It was such
That
a
was
moving
something else. Oh, my
experience.
goodness.
It was huge,
It
wasn't
was.
it?
It was huge.
Yeah.
The cyclorama was something else.
Yeah, and you just remember how many people lost their lives, and so it's a somber moment, but
It
it was great to go in and see that.
You felt like you were there.
You did, didn't
You
ya?
did. It was so big.
Right, and there were there were more people than us there.
Yeah, it was.
But it was just very enjoyable. Yeah, and we had a little box lunch when we were there. And then after that, that's when we went to Virginia.
Yeah.
I went to Woodrow Wilson Museum and his birthplace, and so that was kind of neat to see. And the people who are watching may realize that he had a stroke later in life. His first wife had passed away, and then he had a stroke after his second marriage to Emily Bowling Wilson.
Yeah,
Edith, I'm sorry, thank you. Edith Bowling Wilson. And So some people credit her as being the first woman president. Well,
Yes.
we
I'm
don't
proud of
know.
that. I'm proud of that.
Okay. But anyway, it was just very intriguing to see Woodrow Wilson's earlier life in Virginia, and then when we went further south in Virginia, that's when we went to the Edith Bowling Wilson
And
Museum.
we had a woman dressed up like Edith, and she told us all about it. It was wonderful.
That
I
made
enjoyed
it
that.
interesting.
Yes,
didn't
it did.
Yeah, when they had somebody portraying the first lady, and so and some people didn't. They had some problems with her, but there were so many people that admired her, and the lady who portrayed her there. If you're up in Virginia, I recommend that you go by that museum.
Yes.
It was good,
It was
wasn't
good.
it? Yeah,
It was
and they
really
had
good.
a lot of books on her to look at. So after that, we had gone to, after the Woodrow Wilson Museum, though, we went to another place. And it was kind of warm that day, but we did a lot of walking. But it was a National D-Day memorial. Now, I don't know if you got to walk through that.
No, I sat out there.
Right. That was kind of long, and it was pretty warm that day. But that was just an inspiring moment for the American D-Day veterans. And we had a guide who had been part of that, and he it took about an hour and a half probably to go through, but again, just very moving in the detail that they had in the gardens and in the monuments. It was just very impressive, and I think our people really enjoyed doing that. Yeah. So then after we went to the next day on Friday to Edith Bowling Wilson. Of course, we ate again. We always do that. But then we headed back home, and we got home about 7:15 that night. Now, here's my question. What did you do when you got home?
I said, whew, I'm so tired.
I know. Well, I washed a load of clothes.
I didn't until the next morning. I couldn't do it. I was too tired.
I know. It was a very tiring trip, but we saw lots of things.
Oh, yes, we did. We saw a lot of things.
And I'll tell you all that on the way home, they said, Vicki, will you plan a cruise for us for April? So maybe stay tuned for more information. If you're 60 or older, you need to be sure to be coming up to the Senior Center or call and see what's on our schedule of events. We're working on a new newsletter thanks to somebody that we'll introduce to you later, but she's going to be great. And so we're going to talk more about those kinds of things later, but we want you to know what's going on at Walton County Senior Center here at our Monroe site, our Loganville site, and our Social Circle Center. So we have lots of fun, and we welcome you to come down here. But for now, thank you for joining us on Walton Wise.
Hello, I'm Kenny Sargent with Keep Walton Beautiful in the Walton County Recycling Center. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Staying super busy here at the center. It's, getting towards our time of year for all sorts of events and cleanups. First off, I wanted to thank everybody that came out for our document destruction event back on September the 13th. Wanted to make sure I thanked our Keep Walton Beautiful volunteers, and the Walton County Civil Air Patrol came out to help us. And also a big thank you to Document Destruction Services. They really work hard while they're here. But thank you to everybody that came out. Thank you to all of those that brought in paper. We know in that 2-hour period we did our shredding event, we had over 65 cars come in that time, and we had well over 5,000 pounds of paper that was shredded to be recycled. So again, thank you all for coming. With the participation we had, it's a pretty good sign that we need to make sure we're doing those type of events here as often as possible. So we're already looking at trying to get another one in the spring, and maybe making that a twice-a-year event. Also, just as a reminder, on Saturday, October 25th is when we'll hold our annual Rivers Alive event. So we'll have groups all over the county, especially at the different waterways on like the Appalachia and Alcovey rivers, or areas adjacent to those rivers. We'll have folks out cleaning up. Give us a call anytime here at 770-267-1421. If you're interested in our Rivers Alive cleanup, be happy to. It's a great opportunity for any civic organization, school groups, or church groups. Any of that, it really is a wonderful opportunity. So give us a call to get more information about that event. We've also scheduled our annual America Recycles Day paint collection. That will be Saturday, November 22nd from 8 till noon. Again, that's Saturday, November 22nd from 8 till noon. I did get a price list for the paint. As of right now, it is $3 per gallon container for latex paint. It's $4 per gallon container for oil-based paint. Wish we could take all of that stuff for free, but we are charging only what they charge us. So we don't make anything on the event. That's just exactly what we're being charged for the paint. But you'll find out that's still a really good deal. Paint's super hard to get rid of, and almost anybody I do know that takes it charges quite a bit more than that. So it really is your best opportunity to get rid of any old paint you have around the house. So mark that on your calendar, round up your paint. If you've got like gallon buckets that are only a quarter or half full, you can combine those paints as long as latex paints are combined and oil-based paints are combined, because we do have to charge by the can. That's how we're charged. So if you come in with half a gallon can that's half full, you're still going to be charged $3 if it's latex paint. So try to consolidate the best you can. If you have any questions about that, again, give us a call out here at 770-267-1421. Be happy to answer any questions about our paint collection event. And as I do every single time, I'd like to invite you to come out to the center, see what we do here. Let us walk you around. Let us get you started recycling or help you find new things to recycle. Come out and see us. Look forward to seeing y'all out here. Give us a call anytime. Until next time, take care.
Hi, I'm Jody Johnson. I'm here with another recreation report. I'm happy to say the new park at Walnut Grove is coming along well. We have opened up the softball complex, and we've played now for 2 weeks. We've had enormous crowds, actually bigger than what we expected out at the new park at the Grove. All synthetic fields, and we've been playing recreation softball. Our fall season will end here the first week in October, so we'll be turning towards our youth basketball program. Hopefully you got registered for that. Close to 1,000 kids have registered for our youth basketball program, which is played at all of our gyms in the county, which is Meridian, South Walton, Felker Park, and at the Nowell, which we've completely renovated, the Nowell Recreation Center. Most people knew it's right beside the library, so we'll be playing basketball in all those facilities here, starting towards the middle to the end of October and running through the end of February. So if you haven't got signed up for our youth basketball program, please call one of our coordinators and get on the waiting list, because we do have a few people on the waiting list to get into that program as well. A couple other programs that I do want to highlight. If you haven't joined our senior aerobics classes, which are for 55 and older, it's an absolutely free class for you to go in. We average around 80 people at each one of our facilities. On our website at waltoncountyga.gov, you can find out the days and times for all of the locations. We run it 6 times per week, Monday through Friday, 2 at each location, at our Monroe, Loganville, and Social Circle locations, and eventually I'm sure we'll be coming to Walnut Grove once that opens. The rest of the park in Walnut Grove is scheduled to open up around the 1st of January. And that includes the amphitheater, the community center, and then the large pavilion area and huge playground that we have located there. So it's an enormous park and something Walton County can be proud of. So we look forward to seeing you at a park near you. Get out and enjoy this fall weather, and get out and exercise and walk around these parks. It's a great time to be out at the park. Our football program is still continuing, so we play each Saturday. It's at one of the local high schools. This week, Loganville High School is hosting some games, and I believe Monroe also is. We've got about 2 or 3 more weeks in the regular season before they hit the playoffs. For our youth football, we've got several teams doing very well this year. We look for them to get into the playoffs in the North Georgia youth football. That league goes from Walton County all the way up to Rabun County, and so all the counties in between, we are in a league with them, and look forward to them doing real well. Monroe has won the Super Bowl a couple times, and last year I think we were in 3 of the age groups in the final game. I think we ended up just winning. We didn't win one last year, but the year before we won a couple age groups. So all of our teams do very well in the North Georgia Football League. Other things going on, if you're looking to rent any of our community centers or pavilions, do go on our website, give us a call at the recreation department. Any of our attendants at the gyms can help you and reserve those rooms for you. They're very affordable. Hope you're getting out and enjoying this cooler weather for the pickleball courts. We do have them at Criswell. Ayers Park also expanded, so we have lots of courts there. We're looking at expanding into Loganville pretty soon. Because believe it or not, even with around 40 pickleball courts, if you go in the evening, sometimes you have to wait. But everybody is pretty nice about getting people and working them in so they can play. I have been up to Ayers Park where all 12 courts were full with around 20 to 30 people waiting. So this time of year, it's better to go early than wait until the later evening of the day, because that's when a lot of people get out there and want to play. So if you got a big group and you want to reserve any of those courts, every once in a while you can call us, and then we can try to reserve some courts that you'll be able to know that you're going to have some courts when you go. We're have the Nowell courts that will be ready here in the next week or two, where you will have indoor pickleball courts there and at the Ag Center. There is a small membership fee to get access to those courts when you want. So just go to our website at waltoncountyga.gov. All of this information is on there, and we'd like to serve you to the best of our abilities. So until next time, thank you very much.
Has a store and a beautiful place here, and what she can do and how she can get you all fit and limber and all that good stuff. But before we let her tell you about that, we have Lee here with the City of Monroe, and she's got a couple of things she wants to tell you.
From the City of Monroe, we just want to welcome Julia and her employees with her new concept as a Pilates studio, which is the very first one to transition to Monroe. And from the landlord perspective, we're thrilled to have her in our space at, what is this address?
That's 327
East Church Street.
South London.
Oh, South London. See, I don't even know the
That's all. We'll get you there. No worries on that. No worries.
Please come out, join. It's a wonderful facility, and it's state of the art, and you will not be disappointed.
Thank you so much. So Julia, tell everybody what all you do here.
So we are a former Pilates studio located in the heart of downtown Monroe. We tell people to put a Michi in your phone because we are in a over 100-year-old cotton mill, and our address will take you to the back. So we want you to come to the front. So put in a Michi. We're in the gravel parking lot up front. And so we are a reformer studio with state-of-the-art reformers, and so we want you to come in and just rejuvenate your body. This is a form of physical therapy, but it's also a phenomenal workout. Works your core, helps your balance. It's for all ages. We have all levels, so you can enjoy a spa appointment, as we like to call it, in our beginner class. It's very stretching and easy on the body, or you can take it up a notch for our intermediate and advanced levels, which are definitely more of a workout. But you're welcome to reach us on j2pilates.com or at j2pilates on Instagram, and then you can also search J plus J Pilates on Facebook and contact us that way. You can also feel free to email me at juliawaldo9077@gmail.com, and just reach out if you have any questions. We'd love to help you.
All right, so who are these beautiful people you have beside?
This is my mom. She's my momager. She helps me with all things, everything. This is Mason. This is my boyfriend. We're high school sweethearts. So he's been around. He helped paint the floor and decorate and all the things. We put him to work. This is my dad, who is my personal everything. He is my first call and my biggest supporter, and has just really helped me push this dream along. This is my wonderful Mimi, who has been the most amazing, incredible role model to me. I want to be everything she is. grown up, and this is Miss Beautiful Lee Malcolm, and she is my landlord here, and she owns this beautiful space and all the spaces next to me. So it is just an amazing place to work and be, and it's just a dream come true.
And there's one little furry, beautiful animal that's missing right now.
So our boss, our CEO, June Carter Cash, she is not here today because my men in my life accidentally left her at home. So she is missing her ribbon cutting today, but she is here usually almost every day, and she loves it.
She gives you lots of love and
you can ask all of the ladies. She'll get on the reformer with you. She'll come lick your face. She wants all the love during the class for sure.
So just asking for a friend. You don't have to be limber. That will come, right?
Yes.
It could be any size person.
Absolutely. Yes. So this is for anyone and everyone, women, men. We definitely say around 16 and up. There's so much connection for the mind and body that it does take a little bit more of a mature person to handle the machine, but it is super easy to understand and handle. And we have modifications for everything. So if you have chronic pain or injuries, we can give you modifications and give you your personalized workout that's perfect for you and your body.
And I do hear a lot of people, they do say a lot of times they're like, I'm not coordinating stuff. That will come. That's something you do too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, again, on behalf of the Chamber, we are so excited for you, and I know one other thing you're ready to do. You ready to go cut your ribbon?
I am.
All right, let's go do it.
Yeah, do it fast.
Welcome to your community. This is your hometown. This is Walton Entertainment. This is where you can hear from the community and those making a difference. We explore topics, local festivals, arts and entertainment, and local news. For this program and much more, visit us online at yourlocalstream.com. That's yourlocalstream.com.